So go ahead and start in a seated position and reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands together and pull them into heart center and bow your heads so that your thumbs are pressing right into that heart center and your fingertips are stretching out from that heart center. Breathe in, let the heart reach right up, and breathe out, try and relax. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Brittany. Welcome, you guys. Good to see you again. Breathe in and breathe out. As you guys all know, yoga breathing, hey, Angie, is in and out through the nose. It helps to warm the body, breathing in and out through the nose. If you ever need to take a deeper breath or cool down in some way, you open up your mouth. As dogs do, cool themselves down by panting. I hate to compare us to dogs, but that is the same idea. So keeping the warmth in by breathing in and out through the nose, or if you need a little extra exhale, go ahead and open your mouth and do that. And we're going to do a little lion's breath a little bit later in class, and you'll have an opportunity to figure out what that all is. So just go ahead and settle into your seat, focusing mostly on your exhales. Breathing in, sitting up a little taller. Keep pushing that heart into those thumbs. And breathing out, settling into our seat so that you feel as if you're melting right into the earth. So really rooting here and grounding down. From that place of foundation, you can breathe in and sit a little taller. Top of the head reaches up a little bit more. Shoulders are relaxing down. Take a few more breaths just like that. Feeling yourself reconnecting to the earth and touching the sky with the top of your head so that you're reintroducing yourself into this universe, into all of the energy that's around us. Two more breaths like that. Hey, James. All right, drop your heads. If you're sitting on something, I like to start sitting on a block. Remove that block. And go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. So you're going to sit up tall, bringing your hands to your knees. Roll your shoulders to the back of the body and breathe in. So we're going to incorporate a little movement into that breath. As you exhale, round the back, scoop the tailbone, drop the head down. Sitting up tall, breathing in. So these are seated cat-cows, looking up, stretching the front of the body. Exhale, rounding the back and tailbone forward. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out, round. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out, round. Last time, breathe in, sit up tall. And breathe out, round. If you have the playlist queued, go ahead and start it. This time, I want you to sit up tall with your hands on your knees. And as you come forward with your heart, your shoulders back, roll around to the left so that your right hip is still rooted, but your left side of your body is going towards your left hip. And then scooch back to that rounded body. Then go towards your right hip, your right knee, and then coming forward again. So you're making a circle around your hips. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Sari. So going around, right hip, right knee, front of the room, left knee, left hip, back of the room, or back of the hips even. Couple more times this way. Hi, Jane. Good. And when you come back to the front, you're just going to reverse your direction. So I'm going right, hip, back, left, knee, front. Couple times in that direction. So if you're starting to feel a little groovy, start to place your own movement here. So maybe there's a point in this that you go, oh, that feels really good. I'm going to stick right here. That's what I want you to do. So find those little pains, aches, stretches, places of love, places of opportunity. Good. One more time. And come to neutral. Drop your chin to the chest and then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Lift the face up a little bit and then drop chin to chest and other ear, other shoulder. So not just circling your neck. So we're warming up the spine here. We're warming up the body, getting ready for our practice, reconnecting to our body, reconnecting to our breath. Don't know what kind of day you had, but I really need to ground and reconnect. So these simple movements can help you to do that. And one more time, each direction. And then come back to center, lift the head. You're just going to sit back a bit. Keep the hands on the knees again. And we're going to do that cat-cow again, but seated or sitting up a little bit more. Grab those knees, roll the shoulders back, breathe in. Hi, Julie. And exhale, round. So you're scooping to the back of the body. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out, round. Last one. Breathe in, sit up tall. And breathe out, round. You can rock and roll to standing or just find your way all the way up to the top of your mat, standing all the way up. Hi, Janice. Breathe in when you get there. Reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, folds all the way down, hands through heart center. Place the hands on the mat. Let the feet be a little wider, maybe hip distance. And then grab the opposite elbow if that's comfortable for you. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. Give your side bodies a little movement. Let the head go. Let the jaw go. Listen to your breath. Listen to the music. Good. And release the hands down on the mat. Step back to a plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists. And then lift the hips up to downward facing dog. Hey, Amy. Hey, Betsy. Hello, hello. So here we are in downward facing dog. Hi, Martha. You can pedal out your feet, bend one knee, stretch the other heel back and down. I know you are missing my partner and crying here. She decided to take a little break. She teaches all day long, so I decided to give her the night off. Bending one knee, stretching the other heel back and down. Bend the other knee, stretch the opposite heel back and down. She's back. Hi, Marianne. One more breath here. And then lift both heels up towards the sky. Round your back forward to a plank. And then slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. We're going to come up into Cobra. And you're going to roll the shoulders to the back of the body. And then I want you to take your right ear over your right shoulder and gaze back over your right shoulder. And as you pay particular attention to the right shoulder, right chest, I want you to stretch through your left big toe mound. So you should feel nice, long, diagonal line of energy. So looking over the right shoulder, reaching through the left foot, pushing into that left big toe mound at the back of the room, and then come back to center, relax. And you're going to roll your left shoulder back, gaze out over that left shoulder, ear over, ear over. Now reach through the right leg this time. Reach through the right big toe mound. Hey, Julie. Hey, Gayla. And stretching through the right big toe mound, looking over that left shoulder. You got that diagonal line of energy happening. And come back through center. Roll both shoulders to the back of the body. Take a deep breath in. And lower all the way down. Hey, Heidi. Push up to hands and knees or right back into plank pose and all the way back to downward facing dog. Just settle in. So you remember that exhale we did in the beginning of class where we allowed ourselves to melt in the earth. Can you feel your hands on your mat? Can you feel your feet on the mat? And let your body be supported by that which is on the ground. Okay, round your back. Come onto your tiptoes. Come forward to plank pose. Hey, tease. And lower all the way down to your bellies. Roll your shoulders to the back of the body for a little baby cobra. And lower back down. This time you're going to bring your hands to the sides of the body. So you're on your bellies. Hands are next to the sides of your body. I'll show it to you. You're going to reach your arms back and up and lift your ears, not your head. If you lift your ears, you'll keep the back of the neck long. So lifting up the front of the body. Arms are reaching towards the back of the room. Ears are lifting towards the sky. Breathing in a little Shalabhasana or locust pose, a variation here. And lower down. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, push up to hands and knees or right up to plank pose and find your way to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lift up onto your tiptoes, round your back, come forward to that plank pose again, lower all the way down to your bellies. Find one little baby cobra as you breathe in and lower all the way down as you breathe out. Stay there. Reach those arms behind you again, palms facing your hips. You're going to lift your shoulders and your arms away from the mat. If you're comfortable, you're going to interlace those fingers behind the back. If they don't reach, don't worry. Just keep reaching like we did the first time. If you can clasp the hands, great. So you're lifting your shoulders, you're lifting your upper body, engaging that core, and then lift your ears, keeping the back of the neck long. Shalabhasana. If it feels good to lift the legs, you're going to do that too. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lowering down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Push up to hands and knees. Lift all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Take your right foot and step it outside of your right hand. So right here, you're in a low lunge, but it's a wide low lunge. You're going to stay right here, lifting that left inner thigh, sinking those hips down a bit and rolling the shoulders back. If it feels good, lift your heart a little bit. Maybe lift your gaze. Take another breath. Hi, Anne. I hope you had a good day today. And as you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So step the left foot outside of the left hand, lift that right inner thigh, and sink down into the left. You're widening those hips, you're softening them. Roll your shoulders back, maybe bring your heart forward, take a big breath in, and then exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. Right foot forward outside of the hand. Pull the heart forward, pull the hips back, breathe in. Hi, Julie, downward facing dog, breathe out. Left foot outside the left hand, come forward to this wide lunge, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe out. Do it again, right foot forward outside the right hand, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Last side, last time, left foot outside the left hand, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. If at any time during this practice you need a child's pose, please take it. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Hi, Michelle. Take a little walk to the back of your mat. So we're going to be all the way to the back of the mat in a forward fold. Let the head go. Relax down. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Hi, Anne. Take another breath here. Now slowly roll up. You're at the back of the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Walk your hands out to a plank position. Lower your belly all the way down to your mat. Roll your shoulders to the back of the body. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Push up to hands and knees or all the way back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot outside of the right hand, finding that same lunge. Back to downward facing dog. Step the left foot outside the left hand, low lunge, back to downward facing dog. Now take your hands and walk them to the back of your mat. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Hang on there. Breathe. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. You're at the back of the mat. Reach all the way up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Walk your hands out to a plank pose. Lower all the way down to your bellies. Roll your shoulders back for cobra and find your way back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward outside of your right hand, that wide low lunge. Back to downward dog. Step that left foot outside the left hand, chest is open and lifted. Back to downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Open up your mouth, let it go. Ha. Walk your hands to the back of the mat, forward fold at the back of your mat. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Walk your hands out to plank pose. Bend your elbows, lower all the way to your bellies. Roll your shoulders to the back body as you breathe in. Exhale, find your way back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot outside the right hand, low lunge. Back to downward facing dog. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat and sit back to child's pose. Let your third eye rest on the mat. Your knees can be wide or together. Yay, so go ahead and know that this class will live on my page. It is also going to be in the Balance YouTube page if you want to watch it at another time. Thanks for the heads up. Now reach those hands behind you, keeping the third eye on the mat. Reach the hands behind you. If you can interlace them behind you, please do that. Roll the shoulders to the back of the body. Now, with the hands either at the hips or the hands interlaced behind your back, you're gonna roll to the top of your head and round your back. So this is called rabbit pose. So you're still on the head, your bum's to the air, and your back is rounded. So go ahead and round up like this. And sit all the way back. Walk your hands out to plank pose and find downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in and a few breaths out. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. You're gonna get used to this. Come all the way to standing, reach the arms up to the sky, take a big breath in, exhale, fold all the way down. Walk your hands out to plank pose, lower down to your bellies. This is our vinyasa today. Roll your shoulders to the back of the body and downward facing dog. So what that means is if you need a break and you want to just go to child's pose or downward facing dog, you certainly can do that, okay? Otherwise, we're going to be doing this walking to the back of our mat and walking forward. Lift your right leg to the sky. Hold it up there. So you're in a three-legged dog. We're not opening it. We're keeping those hips square to the mat. We're just reaching back with that right leg. Pull the right knee into your nose, step the foot between the hands, and reach your right arm up to the sky. So we're in a low lunge twist here. Lean back a little bit, take a big breath in, maybe gaze up to the sky. Another breath here. Walk the hands to the inside of the right foot. Remember Speed Skater, if you've been taking my classes, you might remember. You're gonna walk the hands to the inside of the foot, and you're going to walk them all the way to the back of the mat. You're going to spin your toes to the long side of the mat and bend your back knee, your left knee. The right leg is straight. Your hands are on either side of your left foot. So the hips are sinking towards that back heel. You're going to feel the stretch in the inside of the right leg. Take another breath here. Hey, Jason. Hey, Evelyn. Take another breath and let it go. Now speed skate to the front of the mat. So all you're going to do is switch sides. Bend the right knee, keep the left leg straight. Both sets of toes are facing the long side of your mat. That right thigh is really wide. Those hips are sinking towards the heel. First side a second time. So to the back of the mat and to the front of the mat. Come back to center. Place your hands on your thighs and come all the way up into horse stance. So all this is a wide squat here. So toes and knees are out. Hands are on your thighs. Sink the hips way down. Drop your right ear or your right shoulder towards your left leg. And come on back up. So those hands are on the thighs to help widen those thighs. Drop the left shoulder towards the right knee. And come on back up. One more time, right? Back up and left. Back up. Now just sway a little bit side to side. So come off those thighs and just move a little bit side to side. Kind of like you did in the beginning. Just let it go. All right, straighten both of your legs. Hey, Kevin, reach your arms up to the sky. We're going to go to Warrior Two at the front of the mat. So bend the right knee, gaze out over those fingertips. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Left toes are facing the long side of the mat, right toes to the front of the mat. That right knee, right toe are going the same direction. Take a big breath in. Exhale, settle in. Flip the right palm, reverse your warrior, straighten your right leg, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. Now reach forward and come into triangle pose. So I like to use triangle, hi Scott, with a block. So the block is outside of that right foot, that front foot for support. That keeps the long side body there. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Now squeeze the legs towards one another. That will give you a little bit more support in this pose. Look up at the left hand and then stretch that left arm over your ear. You're going to feel a nice long side body stretch. Take another breath here. Place the hands to either side of the right foot. Step back to plank pose and through vinyasa. So that just means find your way back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lift the left leg to the sky, lift it all the way up. Keep those hips nice and straight. So those toes are pointing to the mat with that left leg. Take another breath here. Hi, Susie. Hi, Amy. Pull the left knee into the nose and step the foot between the hands for a low lunge. With that left foot forward, you're going to reach the left arm up to the sky. Lean back a bit. Breathe in. Take the left hand inside of the left foot. You're going to walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat, and you're going to bend that back knee. I'm going to show you my butt. You're going to bend the back knee. The left leg is straight. And then over to the left. Bend the left knee. Drop the left hip towards the left heel. Back to the back leg. And all the way to the front leg. Now come on back up to that squat. So toes and knees are at a 45-degree angle. Sink the hips down. Reach the arms up to the sky and then bend the elbows. You're going to take your right arm underneath your left arm. You have a couple of options here. Hands to shoulders, backs of the hands together, or double grip for eagle. Sink the hips. Sway a little bit side to side. All right, now lift the elbows. Remember I promised you we're going to do some lion's breath? This is called Kali. You're using lion's breath. So lion's breath is really ugly. You take a big breath in, you stick the tongue out. Big exhale out, okay? So this time you're going to incorporate it with a move. So lift the elbows up towards the sky. Lion's breath, and then pull the elbows in towards the belly as you round the back. Lion's breath. Legs don't change. Come on back up. Breathe in. Lion's breath. Let it go. Unwind those arms, reach the arms up to the sky, straighten the legs, bend the elbows, bend the knees. We're going to go to the other side. So this time the left arm's underneath the right. You can grab the opposite shoulder or the backs of the hands or double wrap into eagle. Lift the elbows up towards the sky. We're going to do it again. Lion's breath. Elbow in towards the belly, round the back. Come on back up. Breathe in. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, reach up, straighten the legs. Warrior two to the front. So the left knee is bent, the gaze is out over those fingertips. Settle into this pose. Gaze right out over those fingertips. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, straighten the left leg, reach out and over the left leg with the block outside of the left foot. You can have a little bend in the front knee, that's going to help you. Lift the left side of the body, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Squeeze those legs towards one another, that'll give you a lot more support. Find the feet, that will also give you support. Look up at the right hand, stretch that right arm over your ear, feeling the groundedness of the right foot, stretching over through those right fingertips. Take another breath in, place the hands down on either side of the left foot, step back through vinyasa. We'll all make our way to downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose, please take it. All right, we're going to put a couple of those things together. Are you ready? I know you are. All right. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Forward fold. Come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in. You're at the back of the mat. Forward fold all the way down. Listen up. Lift your right leg straight back. Just like we did in the three-legged down dog, I want your hips square, your toes pointing towards the mat. So you're in a standing split. Duh. Sometimes I have to remember what we're doing here. Good, so you're at the back of the mat with the right leg lifted. Now walk your hands out to a three-legged plank. So your right leg is still lifted. Your hands are underneath the shoulders. Pull the right knee into your belly. Step the foot between the hands. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Low lunge twist. Okay? You with me? Take the hands inside of the right foot. You're going to go all the way to the back of the mat, speed skate. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. You're going to go to the front of the mat, bend your right knee, reverse your warrior all the way back. Warrior two, gaze out over those fingertips. Straighten the right leg, look up, breathe in. Exhale, warrior two, look forward. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, straighten your right leg. Find triangle pose. Right hand down the right shin, a block, or on the mat outside of your right foot. Left arm is up to the sky. Lengthen the right side of your body. Extend those left hand over your ear for extended side triangle, or extended triangle, whatever. Hands down to either side of the right foot. Step back through vinyasa. Okay, I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Take a big breath in and down dog. And a big breath out, let it go. All right, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Come all the way to standing at the back of the mat. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift your left leg straight back. So keep that left hip dropped. Keep that inner thigh lifting. So forward fold, left leg lifted. Okay, keep the left leg lifted. Walk those hands out to a three-legged plank. So the left leg is lifted. Pull the knee into your nose. Step the foot between the hands. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Walk the hands to the inside of the left foot and all the way to the back of the mat. Bend the right knee. Come all the way to the front of the mat. Reverse your warrior. Left arm is up, left knee is bent. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Gaze to the front. Straighten your left leg. Gaze up. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Straighten the left leg. Triangle pose all the way out and down. Right arm to the sky. Gaze up at that right hand. Stretch it over your ear. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Vinyasa. I kind of like that. I hope you do too. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Come, step the right foot between the hands and drop your left knee to the ground for Anjaneyasana. Keep the left hand down on the mat and push your right thigh away, so lean back. Reach your right arm behind you and grab that left foot. What are you saying, Betsy? Oh, thank you. I was like, live? Yes, we are live. So what you're doing is you're reaching back for a quad stretch. If that's too much for you to grab the opposite foot with the opposite hand, what I want you to do is come back to this square position with your hand, both hands on the thigh. You're going to reach back for the left foot with the left hand. That may give you a little bit more room in order to do that. If it's too much, don't worry about it. I'd like you to do a quad stretch, but it's not necessary. Good. Release the foot down. Place the hands down. You're just going to switch sides. So however you want to do that. Left foot forward. Right knee down. Bring the left hand, Anjaneyasana. I'm jumping ahead. Good. Take the right hand down. Take the left hand to the left thigh. Push away and lean back. It's just going to open your hips a little bit. Okay, so you have a couple of options here. You're going to take the left hand back to grab the right foot, or you're going to come up and you're going to reach back for the right foot with the right hand. I am aware that this is not easy. It takes a lot of balance. It takes a lot of opening in the hips and the quads. So if this is not something that feels comfortable to you, scrap it. No one's watching you. Good. One more breath here. All right. Release the foot down. Step that left foot back. Find your way back to downward facing dog. All right, we're going to have a little fun with this little stepping back and stepping forward. Let's see if I can hold it together mentally to keep it in my head. All right, so I want you to lift your right leg to the sky, straight back. So you're in a three-legged dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat so you're in a standing split. The right leg is lifted. You're balancing on the left leg. You're folding over the left leg. If you want to take a balance, you're welcome to grab that ankle with both hands. All right, release the hands. You're going to come all the way up to a standing balance. That right knee is lifted. You're balancing on the left leg. Cross the right ankle over the left knee and just sit back to a standing pigeon. Good, one more time, one more breath here. Come all the way up, lift that right knee, and then you're going to go all the way back to warrior three. Warrior three is just a T, it looks like a T, so that right leg is straight behind you, your back is flat. Walk the hands down to the mat. Come to a three-legged plank pose. So the right leg is lifted. You're in plank with the right leg lifted. Pull the right knee into your nose. Step the foot between the hands. Standing splits, front of the mat. Left leg is lifted. Oh, what? Good. Standing split, front of the mat. Left leg is lifted. You're balancing on the right leg. Okay. Come all the way up to Karate Kid. You guys know this. Lift that left knee, reach those arms up to the sky. Now widen that left knee to the side. Not tree, just a wide leg here. Now OMG or curtsy bow. So that left leg is going to step behind the right leg. You're going to bend both of your knees and you're going to do a little bow here. Mike, you are on fire coming on my classes. Come on back up. Lift that left knee out to the side. Reach the arms all the way up. Back to a curtsy bow or OMG. If you want to put that foot down, you can. Otherwise, try to have it a little lifted and see how low you can get. We're going to do it one more time. Come on back up, left knee up, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, left leg behind you. Now, listen up. You're going to snuggle that left leg right behind the right leg so your pinky toes touch. Your right leg is in front of your left leg. Your left leg is behind your right leg. Your pinky toes are touching, okay? Don't overthink this. Fold down. Now, this is challenging in your hamstrings. So bend your left knee a little bit. Hey, Amanda. And fold down. Remember, if you're just joining us, you can watch this at any time. It stays on my Facebook page. It's also on Balance Webster YouTube page. So you're going to feel this in the outer hips. You're going to feel this in the hamstrings. If you feel this in the back of the knee, please bend your knees. One last breath here. Come all the way up. Keep that left leg behind the right. Come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Stretch to the right. Shift into those hips on the left. Come back through center. You're going to grab the right wrist, stretch over to the left, and shift over to the right side. Good. Come back to center. So your left leg is still behind your right leg. I want you to lift the right knee up towards the sky. Chair pose. We'll add on there. I don't know if you can feel it. Come all the way down to your backs for a little core work. On your backs, legs right over your hips and straight. I take my shirt off, I'm getting warm. Okay, so you're going to take your fingertips and you're going to reach towards your toes here. So reach the legs up and reach towards your toes. You're just going to pulse for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5. Can you reach your toes? 3, 2, now you're going to reach for the opposite toe. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 2 more, right, and right. Now speed it up and punch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a hug. Drop your knees to the left. Woo! You still with me? Come through center. Drop your knees to the right. Come through center. You're going to rock and roll and find your way back to downward facing dog. Any way you want to get there. Whew. Are you getting warm? All right, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg in the air. 3-legged dog. Keep that hip square to the mat. Walk your hands all the way back to your right foot. You're in a standing split at the back of your mat. The left leg is lifted. Folding over the right leg. If you want to take some balance work, you're going to walk the hands towards that ankle. If you can get that right hand off the mat to the ankle and the left hand, good job. You get a gold star. It doesn't mean anything, except if that's something you're working on. All right, release that. Come all the way up. Pull the left knee up towards the chest, and then cross the left ankle over the right knee and sit back into standing pigeon. Sink those hips way back. So this should be opening up the hips a little bit. Take another breath in and a long breath out. Bring that left knee back up, reach the arms to the sky. We're going to warrior 3. So the left leg is back, the heart is forward. You look like a T, right? Place the hands down on the mat. Walk out to a 3-legged plank with the left leg lifted. Pull the knee into the chest, step the left foot forward, standing splits at the front of your mat. Right leg is lifted. Folding over the left leg, just like we did at the back of the mat. All right. Come all the way up to Karate Kid. Then we're going to open the knee to the side. Curtsy bow, OMG, right leg behind the left. Pull the right knee all the way up. Thanks, Amanda. And all the way back behind you, curtsy bow. One more time, lift that right knee up. Curtsy bow all the way back. Now you're going to snuggle the right leg in behind the left, pinky toes touch, and you're going to fold over this. Bend the knees if you have any stretching at the back of the knees, okay? You want to feel this in the outer hips and the backs of the quads, the hamstrings, the backs of the big part of your legs. Let the head go. Take a big breath in. Now pushing into the big toe mounds that are now on the outsides of your legs, you're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. So the right leg is behind the left leg. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Grab the left wrist. Stretch to the right. Shift the hips left. Come all the way up. Grab right wrist and stretch to the left. Shift into the right hip. Come all the way back. You're going to balance on the right leg. Lift the left knee. Chair pose. You thought you were going to get away with it? All the way back down, my friends. Come on to your backs. Legs up to the sky. This ain't no Stevie Nick. I know, I forget, I know. But I like this version. All right, legs up to the sky. We're going to reach up. We're going to pulse towards those toes for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now cross the body. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Right, left, right. Get that shoulder blade off the ground. Find your waist working for 4, for 3, 2. Now punch it out, speed it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This ain't no Stevie Nicks. And 1. Pull the knees into the chest. Drop them to the left. Gaze to the right. Oh, come through center. I got a lot of covers on this playlist. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. Come on back in. Give yourself a hug. Rock and roll. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Thank you. Thank you, Larissa. I'm glad you do. All right, we're going to add on to that. We're going to add eagle in case you couldn't tell that was coming. Holy Toledo, where you been? Downward facing dog. Are you ready? Reach the right leg behind you so you're in a 3-legged dog. Those hips are square. Walk your hands back to that left foot. So you're in a standing split at the back of your mat. Standing on that left leg, you're going to come all the way up. Lift the right knee. Now listen up. Take the right hand. At first, I want you to drop the right knee so it's in line with the left knee and your right foot is behind you. Take the right hand and try and grab that right foot. Reach the left arm up to the sky, okay? Right hand, right foot, left arm to the sky. Squeeze that right knee in. Now roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, engage the core. Press the foot away and lean forward for dancer. Don't have to do it. You can stay right here trying for that, or stay right here with the knee lifted. Whatever you're most comfortable with. There's lots of places to go. But if you want dancer, here you go, okay? Come all the way back. Lift that right knee up towards the sky. We're going to warrior 3. Right leg is all the way back. We're still balancing on that left leg, friends. Sorry about that. Place the hands down, standing splits. Walk the hands out to plank pose. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kate. Pull the right knee into your chest. Step the foot forward. Standing splits on the right at the front of your mat. You still with me? Take a big breath in. Let it go. Come all the way up to a standing balance. On the right leg, lift that left knee up, Karate Kid. OMG, curtsy bow, left leg behind the right. Just one more time. Lift that left knee up. Good. Bring that left leg behind you, curtsy bow. Snuggle the left leg in behind the right. So now you got your right leg in front of your left leg. Come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms out to the side. Bend the elbows. Sink those hips down. Re-wrap that right leg around the left leg for eagle legs. Take the left arm underneath the right for eagle. Sit the hips down. Now eagle, if you want to bring that right toe down next to the left foot, that's great. If you have the double wrap, great. My knees don't do that anymore. They used to a long time ago. Then I like to take the opposite arm underneath. Sit back a little bit deeper. Lift those elbows up towards the sky. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Unwrap everything. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in and hands to heart center. Walk the feet wide. Malasana. Sway a little bit side to side. If there's something else you'd rather take, child's pose, forward fold, go ahead and do it. I love me a good Malasana. The thing I like about Malasana is it usually ends in a Bakasana for me. So that's a crow pose. You're welcome to take that. Place the hands down if you are. Get those knees high up on the upper arms. Lift those heels. You're going to lean forward over those fingertips. Pull the heels into your butt. Crow pose. Step or float back. Vinyasa. Okay. Whew. I'll give you a couple extra breaths here. Hi, Diane. Okay, one more breath, down dog. Then we've got this other side. And I promise, I don't promise anything. I stopped promising. Here you go. Left leg in the sky, three-legged dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat so you're in a standing split at the back of your mat. The left leg is lifted. You're balancing on the right leg. Come all the way up to a standing balance. Lift that left knee. Now you can stay here. Balancing in this pose will be very challenging. You can also drop the left knee so it's in line with the right and reach back for your left ankle with your left hand. Now, some people like to bring the hand inside, bring it outside, whatever feels good for you. The thing about bringing inside is you're more likely to open that shoulder a little bit more. Right arm up to the sky, press the foot into the hand, lean forward, dancer. Baby Natarajasana, woohoo! If you were with me last night, I used a lot of Sanskrit. My husband wanted to know who the monkey god was. Whatever. All right, come on back up. Lift that left knee to the sky. Reach all the way up. Warrior 3, hands to heart center. Left leg is lifted. Hello. Place the hands down, standing split. Thanks, Betsy. Walk the hands out, three-legged plank with that left leg lifted. Pull the left knee into the chest. Step the foot forward. Standing split on the left. So the right leg is lifted. You're folding over the left leg. Chill. That's all you gotta do. Chill. Standing splits. All right. Come all the way up to balance. Lift that right knee. Here you go. Breathe in. OMG. Right leg behind the left. Come all the way back up. Lift that right knee. OMG. Right leg behind the left. Now snuggle that right leg in. Pinky toes touch. Come all the way to standing. So the right leg is behind the left. You're going to bend your knees a bit. Bend the elbows out to the side. Bring the right arm underneath the left arm. Remember, it's here, here, or double wrap. Option of what you want to do. But the more you get those inner thighs wrapped, the easier this pose is. If you're at your knees, it doesn't really feel as good. Try and get that left leg around that right leg as much as you can. Gives you more leg to wrap around the right, or the left toes hit the mat. All right? Sit back a little deeper. Slow your breath. Last breath. Here you go. Unwrap, unwind, reach the arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Now walk your feet nice and wide. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Give your shoulders a roll, the heart lift. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Clasp the hands still. Good. Now bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Bring your knuckles to your left hip. Roll your right shoulder to the back of the body and open up your chest to the right. Come back to center. Come all the way to standing. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Now we have a habitual way of clasping our hands. You're going to go the non-habitual way behind your back. Roll the shoulders to the back of the body. Fold all the way down. This time you're going to bend your right knee. You're going to bring your knuckles to your right hip pocket. Straighten your left leg and pull the left shoulder back, gazing open. Release both hands down. Sway your hips a little bit side to side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Walk your feet back together. Step back to plank pose. Lower all the way down to your bellies. Rest your right cheek on the mat and just settle. Let the earth support you. Just relax. Best pose all class. All right, lift the head, turn your gaze to the right. So now you're on your left cheek or the other cheek, whatever one you're working on. Okay, come on back to center. We're going to take the right forearm across the mat. So you're still on your belly, right forearms across the mat. You're going to bend your left knee, and you're going to reach back for the left foot. Now take the left foot in the left hand. If you can, bring that elbow up to the sky, great, and pull the heel towards your butt, great. Otherwise, you're just pulling the heel towards your butt, stretching that quad. Now, if you want a little more, and I know you do, Betsy, you're going to keep the hand on the foot, and you're going to push into your right hand and come up for a little bit more. This is not necessary, but I know for Betsy, she wants to do it. One more breath. Maybe Larissa, but you got that little baby there, so why don't you come on to the side for your thigh stretch, my friend, and lower all the way down. All right, rest. Just rest. So Larissa, this time you're going to come onto your left side body as opposed to squaring yourself up, okay? Hi, Janice. Thank you. All right. We're going to bring the left forearm across the body. You're going to push into that to open up the chest a little bit more. That's what that's for. You're going to reach back for the right foot. Push the foot into the hands, and you actually start here if you want. Pull the heel to your butt. Larissa, you're going to be here. Okay? Modification for anyone, not if you're just cooking a baby. All right. If you want to go extra, push the foot into the hand, push the left hand into the mat, and you're opening up into this deeper back bend. Gently release. Rest the cheek on the mat. I feel like I'm in a pajama party right now. Do you guys feel like you're living in pajamas lately? The other night I actually dressed in clothing. My family didn't know what to do. All right, we're gonna go to full boat pose. So reach back towards your knees with both of your arms. We've done this already in locust pose on our belly, but this time we're gonna bend our knees. Now, if you wanna go back to one hand, one foot, you can, or you're gonna reach back for both feet, okay? Roll the shoulders back, lift the ears so that you keep the back of the neck long. Push the feet into the hands to lift the chest a little bit, and if you'd like to rock and roll, go ahead and do this. So Larissa, I think you're gonna be right here, okay? Doing this back bend. One more breath. All right, release. If you took one leg, we're gonna do it one more time. You get the other leg. Larissa, just sit back on your heels. All right, one more time. Grab those feet or grab that opposite foot. You're gonna roll the shoulders back, engage your core, lift the heart up, and boat pose, Navasana. And release and rest. You're welcome, dear. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Push up to hands and knees and sit back on your heels and just rest for a sec. Close your eyes. Come to hands and knees, find downward facing dog. If you'd like to go through vinyasa, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, everyone meets in down dog. Here we go. This is the song that prompted the entire playlist today. Pull the right knee to the right shoulder, and you're going to come into pigeon pose. So that right knee is going to be wide. The left leg is going to be straight. The hips are square to the mat. So if you're finding yourself sitting on that right hip, grab a block or a couple towels or a blanket and bring them out underneath that right hip. You don't want this right hip to be in air. So it's either rooting on something or the mat, okay? Now here's a little trick to get a little bit deeper. You're going to curl the left toes under, walk the left leg back, and that'll sink those hips down a bit. Walk the hands forward and rest. You can take one hand underneath your head, both hands resting on those hands, and just relax. Breathe. Larissa, you can also do this on your back. You know how to do that. Hi, Mark. Couple more breaths in downward in pigeon. One more breath. Larry Black. Blast from the past. Walk the hands back. Drop the hips down and straighten the left leg. So your right knee is bent, and it can be either close in or wide, whatever you'd like, because we're just going to take it over to the left, so it's up to you. So take the left hand down the left leg and reach your right arm up to the sky. Slide that left hand down the left leg and stretch the right arm over your ear. Keep that right hip rooting down so you're getting as much stretch through that right side body as you can. If it's too much, you're going to just bring your bend your elbow onto your thigh and rest your head. You can also bring your right hand to your head if that gives you a little bit more support. Take another breath here. All right, reach the right arm up to the sky. Bring the right hand behind your right hip. You're going to push into your right shin, your right hand, and your left heel. You're going to lift up and back and reverse this for Stargazer. Come on back down with your hips. Face the front of your mat. Your right knee is bent. You're going to widen your right foot to the left, and you're going to snuggle your left knee in behind your right knee. So your right knee's on top of your left knee, your feet are wide, and you're going to sit back into Gomukhasana. Okay, so your feet are wide, your knees are stacked, right knee on top of left knee. Grab your right knee. If this is too much, you're going to just crisscross applesauce, okay? But right in front of left or right on top of left. Sit up tall. Drop those hips down. Slow your breath. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes if you like. One more breath. All right. Uncross. So the way I like to do it is I come right forward, uncross the left leg. We're going to come back to downward facing dog and go to the other side. If you need to do that, do that. No one can hear you. All right, left knee to left wrist for pigeon on the left. Reach the right leg behind you. The left knee is wide. The left heel is more towards your right hip point than anything. Remember, stack something underneath the left hip if you feel like you're shifting over or if it feels like it's unstable at all. Curl your right toes under. Walk your right leg back. Pigeon on the left. If this is going into your knee pain at all, then come onto your backs and you're going to come right here, left ankle over right knee, same stretch. The other thing to think about is if this is going into knee pain at all, is flex your left foot, and that will fire up the muscles around your left knee to support that. Generally, if you have knee pain, it's because you need to, or joint pain, you've got to find engagement of the muscles around that joint to support it. One more breath. All right. Walk those hands back. You're going to switch over to the long side of your mat, dropping onto your hips. Your right leg is straight. That left foot can be on the inner right thigh. The knee is bent. You're going to reach the left arm up to the sky. You're going to stretch down your right leg. If your hand is reaching down inside your right leg, push on the inside of your right leg and pull the right side body under a little bit more. So if you push your right arm inside of that right leg, you can peel that right side body around a little bit more. Extend the left arm up if you want, or bring your hand to the back of your head, whatever you're most comfortable with. Keep that left hip heavy. Don't lift it up as you go to the right. Last breath here. Left arm to the sky. Left hand to the back of the left hip. You're going to push into your left shin, your left hand, and your right heel. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Lift your hips up. Lean back, Stargazer. Place the hands down. You're going to face the front of the mat. The left knee is bent and on the mat. You're going to snuggle the right knee in behind the left, and you're going to sit in between your feet. So remember, crisscross applesauce if that's too much, or left leg on top of right leg. Someday I'll tell you why this is called Gomukhasana. Hi, Roberta. Feet are outside of those hips. Gomukhasana is the name of a cow, and it translates into cow. Grab those feet, relax those shoulders, lift the heart, and settle into your hips. We did a lot of hip opening today. Slow your breath. Remember that exhale where we're just settling in and down. A couple more breaths. All right, gently release. I'm going to push right into chill yoga session. Extend the legs nice and long into a Dandasana, a seat. Walk the hands forward for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. If this is going into your back at all, bring the legs back a little bit. Maybe don't go down so far, or put a little bend on your knees. There's a lot of options to do that. Reach your heart forward, shoulders back, head down if you'd like. Slow breathing in and out. Walk your hands back. Start to bend your knees. Grab the backs of the thighs and slowly roll down onto your backs, one vertebrae at a time. Keep your knees into your chest and just roll around on that spine on your back. One circle around that sacrum. And then in the other direction, knees are into chest. Good. Pull the right knee into your chest. Extend the left leg long and just stay there for a minute. Relaxing the low back, slowing the breath down. Keep your left hand on your right knee. Open your right arm to the side. Cross the right leg across the body for a supine twist. Open your right arm. Gaze to the right. The right knee is to the left. You're on your backs. Come on back to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Keep both hands on your left knee. Extend your right leg long. Just settle here. This is a great way to just let go of all those muscles in the pelvis. Be heavy with your exhale. Let your body melt into the earth. Keep your right hand on your left knee. Open up your left arm to the side. Cross the left leg across the body. Gaze to the left hand. Breathe. One more breath. Come on back to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Extend your right leg onto your mat. Extend your left leg onto the mat. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch your fingertips to the back of the room, your toes to the front. And exhale. Slide your hands next to your hips or bring one hand to heart center, one hand to your belly. We're going to take a couple minutes in Shavasana, and then we're going to go into our mindful meditation. Both things are equally important. Slow your breath here. Feeling the back of your body melting into the earth. Noticing if your jaw is tight, letting that go. Think about your eyeballs. Let them be heavy in the back of your skull. I know it's a weird thing to think about, but it's possible. Just let it go. We don't even know the tension that we hold on to throughout the day. All right, pull, start to wiggle. Actually, you have an option of staying right here. Sorry, I got distracted. For our meditation, or make your way to seated. That's what I'd like you to do, Larissa, for sure. Keep your eyes closed and move very slowly. When you get into that seated position, just rest your hands where they're comfortable. If you're in that Shavasana laying down position, stay right where you are. Stay nice and heavy. Start to bring your attention to your breath. Listen to your breath as it slowly flows in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathing in, filling the lungs, feeling how it affects the inside of your body with your inhale. And exhale, letting it go. Couple more breaths, breathing in. Couple more breaths where we're focusing on the breath. So meditation is hard, okay? I am aware. So the breath is a great anchor. So as your mind wanders, and it will, just notice it. It's the bringing back that's important. So a good way to do that is use your breath as an anchor. Like, oh shoot, I'm thinking about dinner. I'm going to focus on my breath again. Oh shoot, I'm thinking about what project I needed to work on today. And then bring it back to your breath. It's the bringing back, that's the practice that brings your awareness to the present moment. And bring your attention to your feet. Are you noticing any particular sensation with your feet? Are they cold? Do you feel your socks? Can you feel the mat beneath you? Do you feel nothing? That in itself is something. Just notice. No movement, just notice. And bringing your awareness up to your ankles and your calves. Start with your right leg. Let's do that. Let's just think about that right calf. Is it sore? Can you feel the flesh? Maybe it's touching your thigh if you're seated. Maybe it's touching the other foot if you're seated. Maybe you can feel it on the mat. Just notice. And then bring your awareness up to your thigh. Noticing the front of the thigh, the quad, the back of the thigh, the hamstring. Just noticing your thigh, your upper leg. And then bring your awareness to your hips. Hi, Tammy. I like to breathe real deep intention into my hips. Noticing if there's any tension there. Releasing your butt muscles, your lower abs, and just noticing how that all feels. Bring your awareness to your left calf. Does it feel any different than the right? Are you noticing warmth? Are you noticing the blood pumping through your body? Bring your awareness to your left leg, your left upper leg, your left quad, your hamstring. Notice their attachments, if you can, to the knee. And then bring your awareness back to your hips and your pelvis. Again, this is about noticing, and when we notice, we're in the moment. This body scan is an actual process of mindful meditation. Bring your awareness to your belly button and to your low back. How does that feel? What do you notice about your belly and your low back? Bring your awareness to your spine, and then up your spine to your middle back, right behind the heart, and then all the way around to the front of the heart. Just below your heart, your solar plexus, right where the sternum is. And radiate that attention to your heart, your chest, your rib cage. Notice your breath, how it affects the rib cage. Maybe as you breathe, if you're laying down, you're feeling that expansion on your back, on your mat. And bring the awareness up towards your shoulders. Maybe you feel tightness or tension. Notice your collarbone. It attaches from shoulder tip to shoulder tip. And then notice the back of your shoulders. If they're tight during the day, it's because your shoulders are up towards your ears. So see if you can feel the length of those muscles in the backs of the shoulders. And then I bring your awareness to your right arm, your bicep, your tricep. Bring your awareness to your elbow, your right elbow. Noticing the difference between the bone of an elbow and the flesh of a muscle. And then to your forearm, your right forearm. And again, if there's nothing that you're noticing, that in itself is noticing. Bring your attention to your right wrist, and to your right hand, to your right thumb, your right pointer finger, your right middle finger, your right ring finger, and your right pinky finger. Bring your awareness to the palm and the back of the hand, back up the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the bicep, the tricep, the shoulder, across the collarbone to the left shoulder. Bring your attention. And then down the upper left arm. Atul, how are you? Feel your left bicep, your left tricep. Noticing the flesh on the upper arm. And then bring your awareness to your left elbow. Bring the awareness to your left forearm. Your left wrist. Thank you, Atul. And your left hand. Awareness to the left thumb, your left pointer finger, your left ring finger, middle finger, your left ring finger, and your left pinky finger. Bring your awareness to your palm and the back of the hand, to your wrist, back up your forearm, to your elbow, to your upper arm, to your shoulder, and back to your collarbone. Noticing your neck, your throat, the back of your neck, your jaw. As you breathe, do you notice the breath moving down your throat area, your neck area? Can you feel that breath? You have any tightness in your jaw, right where it attaches towards your ear? Notice your teeth and your tongue. Maybe drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Hey, Beth. Notice your ears, your cheeks, your chin, your nose. Notice your eyeballs. Notice the back of your head if it's on the mat. Notice your third eye, that space right in between your eyebrows. Bring awareness to the top of your head. As you breathe in, feel the top of your head making its way towards the sun. Feeling that sun warm the top of your head, pulling that energy in from the top of the head, from the sun down to the top of the head, through your spine, and then all the way to your hips, melting into the earth. I'm so sorry about that phone. Breathing in, reaching that awareness back to the top of your head, all the way up towards the sun, warming your head. With your exhale, bring the awareness to the top of your head, down your spine, all the way to your sit bones, into the earth. Just noticing your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you're on your back, slowly roll to the sides of your body and make your way to seated. Everyone, bring your hands to heart center. I thank you for sticking through this entire practice of yoga and meditation, and I offer you all Namaste.